7 months away for players and fans, but for the staff and volunteers behind the scenes, the season never ends. On this edition of Inside the Junior Herd, we'll get you caught up on some of the exciting changes. First, we'll let you know the sign-up fees required to play. Then, we'll get you up to speed on our move back to the NCSA. You'll have an opportunity to meet all of our 2011 head coaches, and we'll let you know the equipment and what it takes to get ready for the season. Every season, the Junior Herd must determine the player sign-up fee required to cover all of the costs to run the program. Equipment, insurance, and fields all must be paid for by the Herd. Let's find out more about this upcoming season's fee schedule.
We actually have changed our sign-up place, and we have moved to Old Town Pizza. We were previously at Pizza Bell, but Old Town Pizza has decided to be like a sponsor of ours and give us a percentage back of sales that happen during our sign-up. So it's been more profitable for us to make the move to Old Town Pizza. Our price structure will be at $250 until July 1st, trying to get the majority of the rest of our people that haven't signed up to get in here during that time. So we have a set roster for our coaches, and so it's easier for them to kind of know who they're going to be dealing with, and they'll be ready for the day of tryouts. Well, we look at the price of what we need to bring back for the year, if there's helmets that we need to take care of, and we have to base it on what it costs for each football player to be a part of our organization. And with that being said, it costs more to provide for those football players than what we actually charge our parents. So we try to be affordable for them, as well as still bring in the revenue to be able to build our organization for them during the season, and then we do our fundraisers to offset that cost for them, and then giving us the ability to do that pre-registration lower amount, and then as the year goes up we have to have it go up to bring in the fundage that we may not get, if they don't sign up. Well, before we didn't have, the last 2 years we didn't have to pay for the field usage at the high school. We didn't have to pay for field usage at Kerr, and we have to do both this year because the CSD and Elk Grove High School, as well as every school in Elk Grove, they've had to do their budget cuts, which in turn they have to request from outside organizations that aren't part of the school district to pay to use their field. And they have made it affordable per se, but in turn we have to look back to our parents and our community to help support us to be able to fund that, so our kids have a safe place to practice and it's close to our general area for the year.
The Junior Herd is a founding member of the NCSA. After a 2-year absence, we're returning home to play in this exciting league. Let's find out more.
Well, we moved back to the NCSA for a couple of reasons. Competition was a big reason. We were also interested in going back to a 5-team format. The 5-team format gives us the ability to serve more kids and have more kids play football. With a 5-team format, we increase our sign-ups to 170 kids that can actually play football versus 140. We just felt like the NCSA offered us the level of competition that we were looking for. And a big part of it was also being able to come back local and renew some of our long-standing local rivalries that are really important to us. The benefit for the families, we get to play the kids that we go to school with, we get to play our neighbors, and we also get an opportunity to reduce the travel. So we're very excited about being back in the NCSA. Like I said, the competition is awesome. The athleticism from the other teams are going to prove to be a real big challenge for us. So we're really excited about being back in the NCSA.
A history of top youth football coaching is an important part of the Junior Herd success. The 2011 head coaches combined some familiar faces with some new talent. Let's find out more.
I've coached approximately 8 seasons, going way back to 1996 as an assistant, as a student assistant, and working my way up to now being a head coach of the Mighty Miners. Well, the Junior Herd was always the team to beat. We always had the target on our backs. Everybody wanted to beat Elk Grove. If you beat Elk Grove, that made your season. And I want these kids to understand that there's a reason for that, because we are the best. I feel we have a long tradition of putting a good team on the field with good coaches, good parents, good organization from top to bottom.
started in 1992 when we first started. This first year junior herd, they were called the Knights before then. I was 9 years old. Played junior pee-wees 2 years, pee-wees 2 years, junior midgets 1 year, midget 1 year, varsity 2 years, won sections in 98 my junior year. Hopefully it's going to be real fun, especially kids that played for the lower level last year. They were called junior pee-wees last year. So have those kids come up. Some of them may not have had fun or not have a good time. They had a tough season. They did. I think they really did a good job. They got better as the year goes on. So I'm hoping to see that them that the full potential with me and with my kids that can stay down. A lot of those kids started at 9 years old. So I would like to see them develop more and be the leaders of the team this year, and kind of like the 10-year-olds last year were. And so I kind of like to see like the 9-year-olds from last year be the leaders and take this team. And it's not mine; it's their team, and I'm just here for the ride. I can like what we tell the kids every year. They drive the bus, and we just fill it with gas.
I played 2 years of junior college football. I played 2 years at Sacramento State. I coached 3 years at Del Campo High School. I was defense coordinator for junior varsity and 2 years on varsity. Be fundamentally sound. We're going to teach blocking and tackling, correct form. We're going to have a lot of fun and hopefully a successful season.
Well, the junior midget staff has changed. Marty Tapia is going to be taking over as the head coach of the junior midgets. Marty's been a part of the junior herd for over 10 years. He's been an outstanding assistant coach. And it's time for Marty to assume the role of the head coach. Marty's pretty excited about becoming the head coach of the junior midgets. What's also exciting about our junior midget level is that Marty's been able to secure many of the older coaches that used to be with the program. They'll be coming back to the program. They'll be working with Marty. Coach Robinson will be returning. Coach Holt will be returning. And then a bunch of the other coaches or older coaches that have been away from it for a couple of years. Marty is going to be having those guys back in the program. Having those folks back in the program is really going to step up our ability to prepare our kids week in and week out. And it's also going to help us as we prepare our kids to go up to the next level. Well, on the midget level, what you'll see is many of our returning coaches will be back in 2011. The core group of coaches that we have been together at least 6 or 7 years. So all of our coaches will be returning. What you'll see is basically what you've seen in the past. You'll see a well-prepared, well-conditioned football team that approaches the game, smart, physical, and fast is how we play. Our kids will be coming up from the 7th grade, and they'll be 8th graders this year. So obviously they'll have the challenge of learning how to play football on a higher level, football against 8th graders. And then being in the NCSA, they'll see a lot bigger kids and a lot faster kids. So I think you'll see a lot of what you've seen in the past with the midgets. Our challenge is going to be, like it is every year, getting our kids ready to play and then getting our kids ready to move up to the next level and prepared to play in high school.
Every season, our team has to order new equipment for the upcoming season. John Getz explains the coordination required to get our teams ready to play safely.
The inventory, all the stuff is it's all in a storage shed. And then pretty much you got to take it out piece by piece, and you got to inventory it by size, and also not only by size, but you got to inspect it, make sure it's all good to go, and then whatever's not good, of course, got to ship it out or replace it. Right now, I make a lot of phone calls, talk to a lot of people. I'm getting quotes back all the time. I try to go with the people that are going to give me great equipment for the best deal. The jerseys this year they're going to be new and improved jerseys. There's some stuff being added to the jerseys that have never been on there before, and real excited for everybody to see those.
Exciting news from Las Vegas. Let's find out how our cheerleaders stole the show.
To come in first place is very difficult. It's something that we haven't done in our organization for a long time. It's really making sure the girls are physically prepared, mentally prepared, just making sure that not only are they having fun, but that they are really learning the elements of cheerleading.
And what is their title, actually? What's the official title?
They are JAMS National Champions. We really had no indication because we did go against 7 teams, And we don't get to see those teams perform because we are in the back rehearsing for our time to go on. So I know us sitting there, fourth place was announced. There was only 4 places. Third place was announced. Second place was announced. And once they got to second, the coaches just kind of looked at each other like, did we not place? Or, and then they said first. And I know for me, it was just tears of joy. Like, it was amazing that we really had accomplished that as a team.
And how did the girls respond?
Oh, the girls, they were screaming, jumping up and down. They ran to that stage so fast. They were just happy to finally get their national championship jacket.
So how does this award propel us forward as a cheerleader?
It definitely puts us at the very top. Right now we are the only Elk Grove team that is JAMS national champions this year. So that really does a good thing for us. We finally have brought our teams back to where they need to be. We are first place cheerleaders and we want to keep it that way.
If I'm a parent considering signing up, what advice would you give them?
I would definitely tell you that it is a big commitment. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of practice. We are a 10-month sport if you're going to go to competition, so you need to be prepared to go the whole 10 months.
Thanks for taking the time to go inside the junior herd. On our next show, we'll be getting you updated with the latest information needed to prepare for the season. Until then, go herd.